did you know Jake Sanderson recorded his 14th multi-point game on Tuesday versus Pittsburgh? Sanderson, 63 points, is the fourth most by a Sens D-man in the first 137 games. Shabbat, by the way, first on the list with Erik Karlsson and Andre Mazzaros, second and third, respectively. I know you guys talk about Jake Sanderson a lot. I feel like he still doesn't get the right amount of attention.
Yeah.
He was so good in that game.
Because here's the thing, like, yeah, he's getting some points right now, but usually people around the league, like, you got to do to get attention around the league, because there's so many teams to watch. So you can't really watch every team. So the only thing people really, this guy got some points this game. And usually with a defenseman, unless he's going to throw up like close to a point a game, nobody's going to talk about him. Mm-hmm. But the thing that impresses me the most about Sanderson, it's not his offense, it's his defense. Like, he snuffs out so many plays. So, for example, when you've got a forward and a D going for a 50-50 puck and he's being chased down, the guy doesn't lose any battles. Like, he usually wins the race to the puck, and he's got this unbelievable skill of skating in front of the forward, taking the lane, then taking the puck, and then usually that's good enough for a defenseman. You'll shoot it around the boards, go D to D. No. He then does an escape move and creates separation, and then skates the puck and makes a tape-to-tape pass. So that play will get, like, if you're talking about analytics, it'll be like a good zone exit. But it's like there's just so many little things in that play that nobody else his age in the league is doing. Like, and I'll take Owen Power, for example. Owen Power is like this big 6'6" defenseman who can do things because of his size. But those little things is what impresses me the most about Sanderson. It's how he wins battles, how he gets separation with the puck, and how he makes that look easy. Because that play, and you can't really get a sense of it unless you watch him ice level. If you watch him ice level, you will be blown away. Like, it's crazy. I don't know you, Bob, but that's for me when I watch him, because I know how hard it is when you're getting chased down.
Yeah.
Like, you're rimming the puck or you're going D to D. This guy it's very impressive. I think he's just a really special player.
Yeah, I agree. I think we undervalue him or underappreciate him because obviously he puts up some points, but he just kind of quietly goes about his business and doesn't. There's not a lot there when he certainly has some fanfare, but not to the level that Shabbat did when he was coming in, or Chychrun had playing in a different market. So he's kind of hidden. It's a hidden gem. So I keep it that way because he's pretty damn good. And I thought of it. We were talking comparables yesterday, and I thought of a great one that I'll bring up when we start to talk about the comparables. But you can do it now. He's just so fluid. Scott Niedermayer. I didn't talk about him. Scott Niedermayer is an incredible comparison.
That's a good one.
To the way he goes back to the puck, to the way he breaks the puck out. He's a self-breakout. Like Scott Niedermayer, when we were playing bad in Anaheim, used to just turn around, grab the puck, and be like, all right, I'm going to beat everybody the other way. Like, just effortless skater. Makes the simple pass. The points that he gets aren't always sexy points, but he jumps into the play at the right time and makes the right pass to the forward. So, that's a good. I had picked Nick Leddy, and that was just as far as a skater. So please don't jump on my throat, fans. It's not who I'm comparing him to.
It's too late.
They do skate similarly. Him and Leddy skate similarly, though.
Yeah, and I played with I played with Leds. And when I watch Sanderson, I think about how good Leds was in his early career. Like, you couldn't touch him. If you wanted to break the puck out, he was incredibly good at just taking a step and beating guys up the ice. So that was my comparison yesterday, like up first thought, and then I thought about it all day. And Scott Niedermayer is who I came up with. So some really good comparisons out there. Yeah. He's a player. He already is a player. He's going to be a great player. He's going to be a great deal at $8 million, but Sens fans will ruin that somehow too.
Salty early morning.
Wow.
Oh, he hasn't scored in 2 games, but he's making $8 million.
Wow.
We'll ruin that. I count myself in it too. I don't know. It's already 8:25. So
Wally t-shirt.
Yeah. It's 8:25, so we're already more than halfway through the show. So I'll let you go, Yorkie.
I like the Letty, like not like he's just the way he skates, but the Niedermeyer is a really good one. I was thinking of Charlie McAvoy in Boston too, like lefty righty, but McAvoy's first couple years he was playing behind Chera, but you could see what kind of player he was going to be. I really like how McAvoy plays the game, and now he's like in the running for Norris trophies every year. Just good. The thing about Sanderson is he's not one-dimensional. I would say his defensive game is better than his offensive game if you're going to pick one thing, the way he defends. It's so hard to defend now in the NHL as a defenseman because you can't cheat. You can't hook. You can't hold. You can't pick. It's all on your skating.
Yeah.
And he's got that down to an art form of using his body to skate in front of guys. And you kind of like, it's called cutting your hands. Like he'll go in front of the forward. It's right in front of him. Eliminate his hands. Take the puck. Separation. Gone. It's so. Oh, here, just look at this. Bernard Docker and Sanderson. Docker is older player. I know he hasn't, like, they're at different points, but the difference between those two players is astronomical. If you watch Docker go back for a puck, I'm not picking on Docker because it's hard to play in the league, but if he goes back and he's under pressure, he's rimming it or he's doing something because it's tough where you just have another player that's playing like he's been in the league for 10 years.
Yeah, no,
yes.
There's a lot, and I've said Wade Redden before. He still kind of reminds me of Wade Redden a bit.
Does he? I think he's a lot. I think he's a much different player than Wade was. The skating is just a lot. Like Wade was really smart, really good first pass, great at getting his shot through, really good thinker of the game. Like Wade would think his way out of situations, where Sanderson skates his way out of situations. It's to me, they're very different players.
Yeah.
So, and I guess I'll sum it up with everybody complained that Wade wasn't physical enough, but all he ever did was angle you out of plays or take your hands away or make you have to defend or have to play a different game. He was just very good at defending without having to be a physical type player. That's what I see in Sanderson.
It was very different too. Like you couldn't really take players' hands away back then because they would just hook you. Like if a defenseman cut the net back when Wade was playing, you were getting hooked. Like everyone talks about the forwards, so the everybody hooked and held back there. So you could. That's just what's really impressive about Jake is you can't hook or hold anymore. So it's I love watching little things in his game because I know how hard they are to do.
Yeah, he does all the little things that we take for granted incredibly well.
Yeah.
Okay. I just wanted to give a little attention to Jake Sanderson. I don't know. Anyway, he had 2 points in a 2-1 game, by the way.